I'm going to give one of these people $100,000 of my own money to start their own business.
You might recognize that face from Dragon's Den. Kevin O'Leary has a new show debuting here on CBC tomorrow night. Redemption Inc. follows 10 ex-cons as they try to win his money. That idea made us wonder about how hard it really is for former inmates trying to find work. Hanomansing talks to two men who know the challenges firsthand.
So much love in the house tonight.
Mike Olton has dreamed of this ever since he was in jail.
Friday, Saturday night, we're gonna have the Pop Junkies.
Olton spent 10 years behind bars in Mexico and then British Columbia for drug trafficking. Now he owns a DJ business. Disarmingly glib, he jokes about how his criminal skills prepared him for the business world.
And I went through 3 countries to go buy drugs off of a South American man that didn't speak my language. So I have the entrepreneur and I have the ambition, right? And I pulled it off. So I always figured if I could do that, if I could go to another country and create all this, this chaos and get away with it and be successful, I should be able to do it in my own country.
Eventually he got caught and served most of his sentence in the rough confines of Matsqui Institution. He admits life in here turned him into an angry man.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
But this turned his life around, or more specifically, the owner at the bar who hired Olton to do what he loved, entertain.
We're going to try and do another big beer pong tournament again. What you need is someone to believe in you, which is the number one thing. When you get out of jail, you only believe in yourself if you're lucky. The parole officers, your family, all these people don't trust you. So it's so tough to kind of get your feet planted and get off to a good start, right? So when you have someone who believes in you and believes in your abilities and is willing to give you that chance, that's a recipe for success.
But success sure doesn't come easy. Just ask Larry Howitt. He served more than 30 years for a variety of crimes, including armed robbery. Now he works for a group called Link, helping ex-inmates.
People have been locked up for decades sometimes, right? They get out and they're afraid. They're afraid of the community. They're afraid of trying to find employment. They're afraid even to go into a bank and talk to people. The smallest little things can cause huge waves and problems for our guys. And guys out on passes built the greenhouses.
Howard says even working this community garden is an opportunity to learn life skills, but failure is never far away.
I've seen so many people, they just can't wait to get out. You know what I mean? Gee, I'm down to a month. No, I'm counting days. I'm down to just a few. I'm out tomorrow morning. 3 months later, they're so downbeaten that they're hating their freedom. Their freedom is more stressful than inside. I've seen a lot of that. Usually, it's people that have no skills, right? That get frustrated because they've been to 30 job interviews, they've tried to do all these different things, and they're vulnerable.
That's a description that likely won't come as a surprise to Kevin O'Leary.
I'm going to give one of these people $100,000 of my own money to start their own business.
This is his new series, a made-for-TV second chance.
What I've learned in doing this show, Redemption Inc., and I think millions of other Canadians are going to learn along with me, is our prison system is broken. It doesn't work. The idea of punishing somebody, putting them through the system, and then never giving them any ability to work again is just wrong. It's un-Canadian. We've got to fix it. It's completely the antithesis of what it should be. We incarcerate them, then we put them back into society without any ability to be reemployed.
For those inmates who don't have an angel investor, Mike Olton has some advice.
I went through 10 years in prison, and other guys have gone through tons more, but you suffer to the nth degree in prison. You got to be willing to suffer a little bit out here and able to get it and able to get ahead. Don't be negative and think that you're just a criminal and that life isn't going to change for you and you're stuck in a mode. It isn't about that. You have to believe there are people out there that want to help you, and that there are people out there who will open the doors if they trust you. And that's the number one thing. You need to earn trust.
Boundless self-confidence doesn't hurt either. Besides the DJ business, Olton and his girlfriend have a clothing store and a promotions company. All of this just 4 years after he left prison. Ian Hanomansing, CBC News, Coquitlam, British Columbia.